What's good, YouTube? It's Aquarius A Brown ABV, and I'm back with another reaction video, another blog, I should say. Um, I'm here to talk about. Hold on, let me open the light. I'm here to talk about LeBron James and the LA Lakers, and if they can somehow pull up upset and dethrone the Clippers. Now, a lot of people are doubting the Lakers, or saying the Lakers don't have what it takes to beat this Clippers team. Like when I see this roster, when I see the Lakers roster and I compare them to the Clippers roster, two totally different rosters. The Clippers do got a lot of fresh young bodies that they could throw on the Lakers. The Lakers, their problem is they got a whole bunch of old legs. I think the only youngest person that they got is Kuzma. But I mean, and AD second. But with AD's injuries and LeBron James sitting out most of the games, like he's not gonna be able to sit out no playoff games. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna have to play majority of all the playoff games if they want to advance deep into the NBA Finals. So my question is, can LeBron James do what he did to the Clippers as he did to the Golden State Warriors, or a stack Spurs team with Kawhi and Leonard and Parker and Ginobili and Timmy. But obviously, LeBron James didn't really do it by himself. But then again, he did, because that game, to force a game 7 when they was down like double-digit points in the first quarter. And then he took, obviously his headband took off, flew off, and there was this whole conspiracy theories that, it was his headband that was making him not, perform well. And then when he finally took off his headband, or somebody, I remember he was going for a layup and somebody, smacked him and his headband came off. And as soon as his headband came on, he played like a man possessed, it was just this whole new different person. Like he was putting back dunks, he was hustling for rebounds, he was, chasing down blocks and stuff like that. Like he was a whole different person. I mean, obviously, that was way different LeBron till now. But, that's my question right now. Can LeBron James beat this, stacked Clippers team with the roster that they got right now? And my answer is probably yeah. Because if you see, like, take the Cavaliers for example, when they won their first championship, who did they have in their squad? They didn't really have it. I mean, they had Kyrie, they had Love, they had J.R. Smith, they had Shumpert, they had Matthew Dellavedova, they had Channing Frye, they had Tristan Thompson. So they had they didn't have the deepest roster, but they had, they had Tristan Thompson guarding Stephen Curry. And, that was, a willing task, because, 9 times out of 10, that's a mismatch, right? A center on a point guard, but, if you look back at that playoff matchup, Tristan Thompson held his own. He did a fantastic job on Curry. And if it wasn't Tristan Thompson, it was Jefferson that was guarding. Like, they was just throwing different bodies at Curry. But if you look at that Cleveland roster wasn't stacked. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really make that much big of a difference. When they lost it for the first time, they didn't really make that much changes, and then obviously they just they kind of tweaked their roster a little bit, and then they went back and they captured it for the first time in franchise history, and that shall never be taken away from them. They earned it. Going down 3-2. I mean, going down 3-1. Like no team has ever, went down that rabbit hole. Not even the greatest Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan never let a 7-game series happen. Like he'll always go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, sometimes 6, and then that's it. Like MJ never forced a game 7. But if LeBron James can beat this stacked Clippers team, I don't know. A lot of eyebrows are going to be raising, and a lot of eyebrows are going to be raising. Like, all right, now we can put LeBron James in this category of elite because that Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant, and they they took them down. Or I think that was before Kevin Durant. That was after LeBron James won the first one, and they was trying to repeat, and then that's when KD did the move and obviously took them down. But yeah, if LeBron James can do that, man, I mean, sheesh. I don't know, man. I don't know. But he's not. When you have different bodies that you can throw on LeBron James, it throws him off his game. Anthony Davis is not going to be able to do the things he did in the regular season, and Kuzma is going to have to carry a bunch of the load because of because they was trying to get Devin Booker, because obviously Devin Booker is a better scorer than Kuzma. But that didn't happen. The Suns wasn't willing to give up Booker, even though they could have. But, where they are in the draft, I don't really see them making any significant changes. So, I don't really see the point in that. So they were trying to make their trade, but it didn't go down. It didn't go down because the Suns wanted more, and the Lakers wasn't going to give up, that much for Booker. So now, the Lakers are just, you still got Rondo, you still got Caruso, you still got Green, you still got Dudley, you still got Bradley. So you got some pieces to work with. It's not like you have nothing. So, you're going to have to convince AD to resign because, he signed a 1-year deal. So, it's a bust or all. I'm saying, like, if the Lakers make it to semifinals and lose to the Clippers, I don't think he's going to resign. And LeBron James is going to be in a deeper hole because, AD went elsewhere. AD was not going to resign. He can resign. And say, look, LeBron James can say, yo, AD, let's be realistic. Look at our roster. We were not going to go with this roster. Next year we can retool. We can, add pieces through the draft and free agency. And we can go at it again one more time. which AD is going to sign because he has nowhere else to go. He's not going to start over nobody. So the Lakers are the perfect destination for him. So he has nowhere to sign, and like if he goes to, like he would, in order for AD to. In order for AD to win a championship, he would have to go somewhere else besides the Lakers. Like he could go to the Bucks. It could be him, Giannis, and Chris Middleton. He can't go to the 76ers because Embiid in there is still there. And you could put AD at the 3, and that'll work. But you saw what happened to AD and Boogie, so it's not really good. Stacking two bigs in one court. But it's up to him. Whatever he decides to do. Whether he resigns, which I think he's going to resign. And if he does resign, then the Lakers gonna have to dig deep. The Lakers is gonna have to dig deep and find somebody or make a buckbuster trade to make it a trio. Because now it's just a duo. It's like it's a 1-2 punch right now. Like I don't really think Kuzma is the third option. Because he's up and down, so, like, it's just AD and LeBron James right now, so, yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me if the Lakers have what it takes to take down the Clippers. Tell me how many games you think it's going to go. I think it's going to go to 5 games. Lakers might probably still win in in Clip City. And the Lakers, the Clippers are probably gonna win the next 2. I don't know how good the Lakers are on the road. I know they're pretty good at home, but I don't know if they're pretty good on the road. So that's another thing. You can always neutralize AD and LeBron James. LeBron James, you just have to play within his pace. AD, you just have to neutralize him. You know what I'm saying? Like, use his advantage to his disadvantage. Like, what is AD good at? What AD is not good at? What is LeBron James good at? As good as LeBron James is, he has weaknesses. Like, every human being has a weakness. You just have to attack his weak spot. Kawhi and Kawhi and Paul George, they don't really have weaknesses. Other than, they haven't been playing together a lot, that can play a factor, so tell me what you think. Clippers or Lakers? Who you got winning the championship? Because they can't play for the championship because obviously they're in the same conference. Now if the Clippers, hypothetically speaking, was in the East, then okay, but they're not. So they're in the West. So yeah. So tell me what you think. Lakers or Clippers? Who you got coming out the East as well? As bad as the 76ers has been playing, I still got them coming out the East. I don't think the Bucks have what it takes. If it's the Bucks in the Clippers, it's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a sweep. Giannis is not gonna win one game. If it's the Sixers versus the Clippers, then it'll probably be interesting because now you got Boston. Like I said, it could be Boston. So those are the 3 teams I got: Philly, Boston, and Bucks. And I got either Clippers or Lakers coming out the West. So tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Peace.